Of course, we've got the inauguration of Donald Trump today, and everybody's really excited about it. Not always good, not always bad, but the truth is that we're going to see some massive changes in the United States and around the world. But one of the changes that Canada's feeling is the fact that the leading party, the Liberals, right now are prorogued, due to Justine Trudeau turning around and just saying, I can't play anymore. Well, he's pretty pathetic. But the funny thing is the people that are throwing their hats into the ring. One more person that decided to launch her campaign over the weekend was the former finance minister. Not sure she's still the deputy prime minister or not, but you know what? She decided, hey, look I'm going to throw my hat into the ring. And while she's doing it, she's got to take a run at, I don't know, maybe Donald Trump. Let's see what she has to say.
Look, Donald Trump doesn't like me for one simple reason. I have been fierce, resolute, and effective in defending Canada, in defending Canadians, and in defending the Canadian economy, in negotiations with the United States, in negotiations with his administration. He doesn't like that. He prefers pushovers. And I want to assure Canadians that I am up for the fight and I will be firm and resolute in the defense of the national interest. You want someone as leader of the Liberal Party and as Prime Minister who Donald Trump is afraid of.
Whoa. Well, okay. You want somebody that is so delusional that after the last 9 years in power, all of a sudden she's sitting there thinking that for some reason Donald Trump is scared of her? I mean, come on. Yeah, maybe catching some disease, but in the end, she is so delusional on what she achieved as the deputy prime minister and obviously the minister of finance. Hey, listen, Chrystia, do you forget the numbers that you put Canada in the hole, an extra $24 billion past your original budget? I mean, for her to sit there and say that she's watching out for Canadians, that is the last thing she has done her entire time in power. The fact that she's got actually the balls to launch a campaign to become the leader of the Liberal Party, and then I don't know, if Trudeau steps down, does she actually become the prime minister? Or is this just a kind of a psyops game for her and Carney to play games with? Oh, by the way, Katrina Gould out of Burlington thought she'd sit there and say, hey, I want to also be the leader of the party. I'm not sure where these people are going. None of them should lead the Liberal Party unless, of course, we all just want to watch them go down in flames, which they're going to do anyways. But more importantly, it's the transition that one of them could actually become the pseudo prime minister if Trudeau completely steps down. There's our problem. Okay, can you imagine that? Okay, on the world stage as the prime minister of Canada? I mean, listen, Mark Carney is no better. In fact, he is by far one of the snakiest, slickest human being, leader, billionaire. Okay, he is that guy. Okay, so let's not go into the weeds with him. But ultimately, in the end, Chrystia Freeland, Chrystia, you showed us who you are. And now, all of a sudden, you're flipping back around saying you're going to take away the carbon tax? The same person that 8 months ago said, no, it's very important. It's going to make Canadians richer. Are you insane? Taxes don't make Canadians richer. It just gives you more of a budget to go spend around the world like you are a good human. You're not. You blew all the Canadian taxpayer dollars out the door. And what? Do you think anybody in their right mind should trust you now after what you've done to Canadians for years? It'd be nice for somebody to actually step up and say, hey, they're going to try to be a liberal, like a real Liberal Party leader. The clowns that we've got right now, this is just a different circus, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That tent for that circus is getting huge. So again, what are we going to do? Well, I guess we have nothing to do but sit back. Hopefully, it does get overturned. The idea that this prorogue should be in place. We'll wait and see what happens. Again, the clown show, gong show will continue. And one of the most important things that I always wrap up as Canadians, as hardworking taxpayer Canadians, one of the things I'm going to always implore people to do, make sure you're taking care of you, your family, your children, the next generation. Make sure you create security for yourselves, because definitely the existing government is doing everything to tear it down. I'd love to hear your comments on this. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Todd C. Slater.